The 22 immutable laws of marketing. It's Al Ries and Jack Trout. Violate them at your own risk. The name of the book is The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. Now, please don't go by the name. I know the name is very typical and cliche, but it's a Bible for marketing. Yeah. What I have learned from this book is that marketing term is wrong. The more apt, more appropriate word for marketing is perception designing. How other people should look at you is in your control. Okay. Uh, my favorite law, there are 22 laws. I'm going to discuss one law out of it. The law of category. Now, see, though, it's always the rare that gets out from that stands out from the crowd. Yeah. The world rewards the rare. Yeah. So how to become rare is very important. You see, there are two ways of becoming successful. Either you become the best in the existing category. For example, there is a category called cricket. Now, Sachin is the best in cricket, but it becoming the best in the existing category is really difficult. So that is one way, but very difficult, so not advisable. The second way is to create a new category in itself, so that you are the only person in that category, you are the creator of the category, and so there is no comparison, you are the only person in that category. और फिर 5-10 साल के बाद लोग उस category में आएंगे. Yeah. So that's the best thing I learned, and I've applied it in mission also. I, the example that the author has given about creating a new category other than being the best in the existing category. So there was soap. Nanika soap is there on our bathroom shelf for years. Then somebody thought, if somebody must have thought, okay, we are come out with some different soap which can be used for hair. We wouldn't have bought it because it's just an extended feature of the existing category called soap. But they came out with a completely new category called shampoo, and now shampoo is on our bathroom shelf because it's a completely new category, but actually वो soap ही है. Then they came with a new category called conditioner. बालों के लिए है conditioner. Then they came out with a new category called face wash. नहीं नहीं ये चेहरे का स्किन अलग रहता है बॉडी से, उसके लिए अलग अलग फेस वॉश रहता है. They did not use the word soap. Now there are four different products on our bathroom shelf. Yeah, soap, shampoo, कंडीशनर, फेस वॉश. सब में क्या है? काउस्टिक सोडा. एक ही चीज है सब में. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि वो आप हमको उल्लू बना रहे, वो तो उसके बारे में मुझे बात नहीं करनी. आई वॉन्ट टू टॉक हाउ वी कैन यूज दिस लॉ इन आवर लाइफ, इन आवर करियर, इन आवर पर्सनल लाइफ और बिजनेस लाइफ. या एंड सो आई डिसाइडेड दैट ओके, रीडिंग ऐप तो बहुत सारे हैं, बट देयर इज नोबडी इन रीडिंग हैबिट. Nobody has worked on reading habit, and I created a new category called reading habit, and I'm the only person in that. 10 years down the line, I'll be known as the pioneer for this category called reading habit. Right? Another example. Now there are how to create a new category. It's not just playing with the words. You one is to cut down your offerings. Now, for example, I have a CA friend. She's a CA practitioner, but she does only in transfer pricing. Now she has the courage and audacity to say no to other clients who come to her for other services like income tax, audit, or GST. She says no, I do only transfer pricing. Now immediately she stands out from all the CA practitioners, and she is called as a specialized CA in transfer pricing. ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग एक छोटा सा टॉपिक है CA फाइनल में, 5-10 मार्क के लिए आता है, शायद मैंने उसको ऑप्शन के लिए छोड़ दिया था. Yeah. Now see, now by offering less, she has created a new category, and she's doing very well in her career. Yeah. And I cautioned her, don't you dare offer more services that will dilute your identity. Yeah. Now she's not in that identity crisis. People are clear. Whoever thinks about has a problem with transfer pricing in the world, he or she will approach my friend, because she is not just a CA practitioner now. She's a transfer pricing specialist. Now, for another more relevant example, those who are not CAs, they won't come to know this example. Which is the best burger in the world? you'll immediately say McDonald's. That may not be the case, but just because you know McDonald's sells only burgers, quickly you said McDonald's. Whenever we talk about burgers, we only talk about McDonald's. Whereas the Suraj Hotel, the Shetty hotels also make burgers. They sell burgers, but they sell burgers along with pav bhaji and idli and dosa and samosa and navratan kurma, and that's why they are not known for burgers. But McDonald's had the courage not to sell other things. Are they mad that they can't sell, they can't make pav bhaji or what? But do we have the daring to go to McDonald's and ask for pav bhaji? तो दिमाग में आएगा ही नहीं ना, because identity is very clear. They have narrowed down their offerings to such a small level that it itself has become a new category called burger seller. Now they are not in the category of restaurants like other Shetty hotels. They have created a new category called burger sellers. Are you getting my point? Hmm? But if we when we are on this side of the table as producers or sellers, we think that if we offer many number of services, then more number of people will come to us. In the short run, yes, but in the long run, no, because people will not identify you. Another simple example: you want to buy mangoes. There are two fruit sellers in your area. One fruit seller is selling only mangoes, all varieties of mangoes, but only mangoes. The second fruit seller is selling mangoes, but along with it, he is selling grapes, oranges, bananas, chikus, watermelon. Where will you go? I'm very sure to the first one. Why? Because when we see, look at that, this person is only selling mangoes, we invariably assume that he must be good at it. He's an expert in mangoes, whereas the other person is generalist. Are you getting my point? So in the long run, the person who is selling only mangoes will make much more money, much more successful business than the person who is selling all types of fruits.